Oh, I made you look. How y'all doing, everybody? It's your girl, Tanya Weeders, ECMG Creative. Hope all is well. Yeah, we're going to talk about some things today. Let this music bed play out a little bit. Let me go into my phone. We are at 5:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the evening. And today we're going to talk about savage AI imagery so that you can score more sales, creating scroll stopping visuals. Yes. This is Wendy as Where's Waldo? Because we don't know. Everybody's lying. You would do yourself a favor if you realize everybody's lying. The Bible says, let every man be a lie, but let God be true. Everyone's lying. No one's telling the truth. Everyone's telling their version of what the truth is, and that's going to get everybody messed up. So let's make and let the main thing be the main thing so we can focus on getting our own images out there, getting our own messages out there so that we can serve more people and we can do better than most that can actually deliver, supply, and over what's the word? Over deliver. That's our word. That is our theme. That is the way we move, and it's the way we work. As in all of our episodes, this episode is brought to us by Focus, Consistency, Relationships, and Service. If you have these as your foundation, let me tell you something. You are light years ahead of the game, and those who are in it with you, right? So when you focus and allowing the main thing to be the main thing, you realize it's not always going after or making the demand. It's not always about the supply or the suppliers. It's about you realizing that you are all of it. You are the entire system with which your offers, your options flow. Your only job is to demonstrate power every time you walk into a room wherein, even as the mafia would say, even when I'm not in the room, I'm in the room. You're going to feel me. I promise you. Next up is consistency. Consistency, along with relationships, it starts with a conversation and it's always congruent. It always is a continuation of something before. And if you're evolving as a human being, those conversations evolve as well into something bigger, better, stronger, faster than your competition. You always want to be in conversation and in a relationship or building a rapport with your audience more. That's more than just selling them. That's more than just serving them. It's being in a place where they are felt as if you hear them, you understand them, you sit where they sat, and you are bringing them over the bridge to their promised land, whatever that might mean to them. It's not about you, it's about them and how you can get them to a better version of where they are, where they want to be, and then exceed those goals with and for them. That is where service comes in. It all comes in by listening and then fulfilling that which you've heard so that you can be a better provider. You are a service provider at the end of the day, whether you have a product or not, even whether it's an event or not. Whether you're serving or not, it's all service because guess what? If anything goes wrong with that service, who do they need to speak to someone. So you always have to keep in mind that no matter what you're putting out there, it is a service. So what's laid bare before you are three QR codes. We're giving you a now and later scenario with a lot of financing money, increased revenue in between. To the left in the orange, you are a super affiliate. Once you click on through, there you have something to sell. Remember when Mr. Man came to the door? And Don Cheadle was like, what you selling? If you're not selling anything, then this is where the flummox is in terms of your stagnancy and you're not being able to move. Stop, find something to sell. If you don't know the power that you have within, sell somebody else's stuff that you know actually sells and make the profit, right? Then we give you a scheduling tool in Only Poll that speaks to consistency. And that's where you can begin to start measuring out, meeting out all of the items that you have, promoting them, marketing them. That's your only job because in the background, your sales system is working. And then to the far right of the screen, we have a 75% commissions based automatic when you join our AI and automation community as an affiliate. You're just going to join. Once you have the software as a service, which is going to give you everything you need, not only to build your short term business, but your 7 revenue streams behind that business as well. And we'll get more into that because today, guess what we're going to do? We're going to demonstrate power so you can move along and about the cabin freely. So, if you've never, ever, ever been on a broadcast with me live before, understand this. I'm about you getting to your money as soon as possible by any means necessary, right? And so we always talk about what are some of the greatest opportunities that we can take advantage of. And what we came across, I think about a week and a half ago, was this. Instead of worrying about or thinking that 2030 is off in the distance, where a 1.5 trillion-dollar treasure trove is waiting for you if you hone in on your social media marketing skills and beyond. It's in demand right now. But here's the problem. A lot of you think that 2030 is light years away. No, boo boo. We want our money now. We're not asking. It's not a question. We want our money now. Give me my money now. So if you want to drink out of a water hose and not a spigot, understand that the quickest way to the bag, the quickest way to the profit, the quickest way to your multiple streams and seas of income is to go into industries that are pulling in billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars every single year. And these are the industries that are laid bare before you, so you don't even have to think about it. Pick one, take a picture, sweetie. We ain't got time to waste because the bottom line is simply this. These are industries that print money. And with AI driven digital assets, which we have always been talking to you about, because you're partnering them with your service based skills and expertise, you can carve out a slice of a massive profit potential without the overhead of traditional service based business models, right? We're not asking you to do away with your service based businesses. We're asking you to add, actually, we're not asking, we're imploring you. We are encouraging you. We are coming as an influence to you for you to add more to what you have. Because when you add more to what you have to offer, you are then stacking the potentiality for you to make so much more than having gone without it. All right. So all this year you've been learning the power of one digital asset can change your entire life. You can go from an outline to an article to a slide deck, all the way down through creating your marketing campaign and sales system along the way. And when you add on AI and automation to that, then you are cooking with gas because now you're operating on a speed that is almost godlike. It's like before they ask you even, you already answer, right? But the most important thing that you learned in working with me and listening to me over these weeks is how to promote and package at a premium so you can get receipts and results. Say it with me, receipts and results. That's our resolve. So we always point you to these 2 videos over on YouTube on our channel at ECM Groups. The profit persona, which is what you are. Yes, yes, yes. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am the prophet, spelled with an F. And next, you want to look at how we built a stunning website in just 2 hours. We show you how to do it, the platform we did it on, and how you can do it as well. If you don't have 34 minutes, if you don't have 22 minutes to change your life, I can't help you. We can move along, but may the Lord watch between me and thee when we're absent, because you're going to be gone in a minute. So, what you want at the bottom of all things is to create more reach for more buyers, more clients in less time. And you want to make use of maximizing your time, doing way less, more, and the most efficiently, right? You don't just want to do this for your business or brand, you want to do this for your clients and customers as well, and even your audience. Because let's face it, there's some people who will look at you stricken. They'll look at you like they're lovesick for the rest of their lives, but they'll never commit. They'll never make a promise to you. They'll never do anything, right? So at least be a solution whenever you show up. So your job is to move beyond moving through this friction zigzag like motion, right, in your business. All of us, we have been inspired by Shaka Khan and by Whitney. We're every woman for the men, you're every man. No, 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 no. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. So you want to apply all of these things that you would do on a daily basis and create AI agents to do it for you so that you can shift over here. You can transition into guarding over your AI automation, which is simply input, processing, and then output. And then you live the rest of the launch of your offer, your advertisement, your option, if you will, your service, your product. You want to stay here. Why? Because this is where development is. This is where you find out where there are problems in your system, where there are issues with your launch. You find out what works and what doesn't work. And then either you throw out what doesn't work, improve on what doesn't work, but you absolutely do more of that which is, and you put more of your energy, aka your resources, behind it as well, whether it's running an ad or pulling out all the stops when it comes to promotion. Okay, with or without a dollar sign. So the goal here is to make your brand stand out. And why would you want to do that? Is because you want to convert, right? And the conversion begins actually before they get to the checkout. They are converted because they are compelled, right? They are convicted to come. And if you don't push folks into where they need to be, they'll never know. Perfect example of purchasing something that we don't need. My favorite commercial. I love my hose. What? What do you mean? Right? Who knew that we needed to have, a garden hose that actually recoiled? It's genius. What are you talking? Yes, we all do need that, but we didn't even know that the thing existed until this fool came up and said, "I love my hose." Why? So you have to think outside of the box. You have to be bold enough to say something like that because he didn't say what you thought he said, but there goes your mindset. You better repent. So, in this fast-paced digital world, stupid. Businesses need high impact content to capture attention and drive sales. That's the bottom line. You want to drive sales because when folks open up their cadres to you and their coffers, it's because they believe in what you can do for them. Not necessarily in you, but what you can do for them. Purely transactional. And it's not a problem. It's called business. So while AI driven marketing and sales hook generators craft persuasive messaging that converts views into sales, this is how we're going to show you how to do this today. Quick, fast, and a hurry because we ain't got time to waste. Didn't I say that? So if you haven't met me by far, I'm sure you met me, you just don't know me. I'm your digital marketing mentor of the AVA, and I'm your brand broker. I'm your hostess with the most. It's called Tanya Readers, and it would behoove you to take advantage of in every good and perfect way, because we're not going to have no. Mm-mm. You won't be taking advantage of me in any negative way, but take advantage of the 2.5 decades of brand design and development experience that I have. I want you to take advantage of the fact that I was a global bankster back in the day. I repented. And then we moved into publishing and then into marketing as well. So digital marketing is perfectly a part of our marketing mix. And now we work with mastering that tool every single day by adding automation and artificial intelligence. And we want to show you how to do the same using what you already have. So I want you to act as if you paid me $1,000 to sit and talk with me, because during this half hour, that's really what you would pay me to do that, because you won't pay me to hold your hand now. At the end of the day is going to end. And at the end of this day, you're going to know that what was laid before you was someone who was pushing you into greater capacities, because you want to leverage what you already know, your expertise with AI, automation, and with you as the agency. I want to build you up as the agency of record for your clients and your customers. So, your content creation needs to have a purpose. All right. It has to have a purpose. There's a purpose to everything under the sun, even the things that you don't understand. So why not let your content creation be that? Because you're the one who's going to call the shot. You know what it is. You need your bottom line to boost immediately. Somebody say in your spirit, I need my bank to boost me up. Businesses can begin to optimize engagement and increase revenue by integrating AI generated visuals with high converting copy. So it's not just what you say, it's how it is presented. I want you to be memorable. I want you to make people think, make people laugh. Just like I said earlier, even though you weren't supposed to laugh at that stupid commercial, you did. Once you get the laugh, you got them. So this approach, it ensures faster content production, better audience connection, and measurable financial returns. Didn't that guy work on like a tool show? Some sort of home improvement. That was the name of the show, Home Improvement. Like it was a perfect commercial. That commercial's like 8 years old, and I still love it. So, this is what action looks like when you do this. A small direct to consumer skincare brand. They struggle with low engagement and stagnant sales. Somebody say amen, put it in the notes, you know what it is. But by leveraging AI generated images and AI crafted marketing hooks, they revamped their content strategy, leading to a whopping 120% increase in social media engagement and almost 50% in boost to their revenue in 60 days, right? So how did they do this? I know you look at me crazy at the screen like, okay, that's nice, that's cute, but how did they do it? Here it is. They automated their content creation, knowing what the purpose of that thing was. They used AI driven copywriting tools, and then they split tested everything so that they know which is working, which is not working. Here, how do we say this? If it can't be measured, it cannot be scaled. You need to know where you are at first so you know where to make improvement. You know where to scale back. You know where to pour more money from the pig into your profit producing thing, which is running your ads, running your marketing campaign, whether it's paid or organic through social media. All right. So, of course, we're talking about what to what. I don't know how I'm doing on time. When did I start? All right. So, we got to talk about Wendy. We got to talk about Wendy. Wendy is like, where's Waldo at this point? Ergo, give the thumbnail. Where in the world is Wendy Daggone Williams? They said she was in the hospital. Like I said, everybody's lying. Everyone's lying. Everyone's lying. So in this article, also found on MSN. Hey y'all, still don't like what you did to your old girl, but Wendy suffered a health setback. The article talks about guardianship and how her lawyer is finally addressing her guardianship and the ongoing evaluation. So apparently, at this hour, Wendy's undergoing even more tests than we were originally told about. And the reason why I'm talking to you about Wendy is because, baby, we are still in championship seasons. Baby, there's no one who has ever done what Wendy has done in the history of Radio One. And then shout out to Radio One and television also. And in the hip hop era, you cannot speak about hip hop music, R&B music, radio, no matter whether it's terrestrial, streaming. You cannot talk about this without talking about Wendy Williams. If you don't think it's true, go ask a lot of these YouTubers of a certain color and a certain age, and they will tell you exactly who Wendy is because they modeled their businesses after her. Don't play with me. It is what it is. Everybody falls on problems. Everybody has problems sometime and they need help. But that does not negate the fact that she's still a champion, right? So you are too. A lot of people are struggling, and especially those who are going through this seesaw effect of losing their job and getting their job back and not knowing whether to show up, don't want to show up, but still want to get the work done because they get more work done at home than they do at work. So the new DEI is this: do it your daggone self. Never mind diversity, equity, inclusion. Do it yourself. Create your own thing. Shout out to Roland Martin. It matters. Black media matters. You matter. The way you do things, the way you turn about things quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because what? You're learning the technology. You already have what it takes, plus the tools. And that is a recipe to make it happen. True empowerment begins when you take control of your financial future. And just like this, look, because anybody, if they will do this to a woman who at one point was worth over $60 million, and she has a family. She has immediate family, and then she has additional family around her. If they can do this to her, who are you? So you better find a way to make sure that you can monetize and optimize your skill set immediately, if not sooner. What you need to do about Wendy Williams, I'm gonna tell you what you need to know about Wendy Williams because I listened to her from when she was on Kiss FM. When Kiss FM isn't even around anymore. Now it's ESPN radio here in New York. So that's how long I've been listening to. They call her the mouth of the South, but she's it. You understand? Never mind Angie Martinez. Everybody has their own lane, but Wendy, oh my God! And one thing I can say about Wendy is this: Wendy knows how to hatch a plan. Wendy knew what to do when she was fired from a radio station. She knew what to do when she found out her husband was cheating on her. She knew what to do when he left her. Now, she didn't bank on the fact that she would fall into what she fell into. Who knew drinking can cause memory loss like that? Like, that's frightening. But here's what I'm saying. You need to have a plan. Why? So you can seize unexpected opportunities. You need a plan because with a plan, you can spring back. That's what resilience speaks to. You need a strategic plan. And that's an oxymoron because strategic and planning is the same thing. But when you put those bad boys together and you're not just pulling things out of the arsenal, but you're pulling things out of the arsenal, if you know what I'm saying, you can begin to develop contingency plans. Your plan needs to have a backup plan. And if you've ever had to replace your laptop or your MacBook Pro, you know what a headache it is to have to start from scratch. Why? Because it taught you early on you need to back up your backup, and then your backup needs another backup. What did Biggie Small say when he first came out? He says my attorneys have attorneys. My my CPAs have CPAs. I don't have time to be going back and forth with all of you. Everyone needs dog watchers, and so even your plans have to have contingencies. Like I said, I worked in the banking industries. I went from manufacturers Hanover Trust to this whatever incarnation they're doing now with JP Morgan Chase, and it is a behemoth job. But let me explain something to you when you're like in the top five of banks, you better understand how to grandfather in accounts that were there from the year one. That's what contingency is. So I don't know who's listening, but you need to get, you think you got it together because you have a checklist? No, boo boo. You need to go and make sure that your list has another list, just in case somebody falls through, just in case the way you assumed it would be is not the case. Your plan needs to have a plan. That's how you do it yourself, because guess what? When you do it yourself, you have no one else to blame. You have no one else to blame. So God bless Wendy wherever she is, and we're going to see how this saga ends, begins, or does whatever it's going to do. So if you're sitting here and you're telling me you don't have a digital product, I'm going to say you are prone to telling stories. This is a no excuses zone. This is an only options and lucrative opportunities zone. And so we've already told you how you can begin to start creating digital products, especially the ones that you see going in and out behind this particular slide. So even if you don't have a full blown plan as to how you're going to create your digital product, I'm here to let you know that from ideation to execution, we've got you covered. And should you decide to join our little community, our AI automation community called Zillionaires, what happens is we give you the support, we give you the system, and we give you the software that you need to cut time and half, so you can double time what you do in your business, not just for yourself, but for those that you're serving as well. And once you get on the other side, you have me that you can always DM and PM, because then we're family. So this is where I get to tell you it is live from Bedford Stuyvesant. The live is one, and we are sitting at 5:37 p.m. Let me turn this off in my ear. 5:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we want to say thank you. This is the moment where we say thank you so much for joining us over on YouTube. We're growing slowly but surely. Thank you for all of you who have signed up and have subscribed. And this is where we let you know about support. There's levels to this, ma'am. You can engage, you can join our list, and you can donate. We're not turning down gifts of cash, neither are we turning down coffee. So you can go and look in the show notes where we'll give you the links to all of the things that we're talking about. But right now, we want you to like, share, subscribe, connect, and comment so that you can move the algorithm for us and more folks will be able to see what we're talking about. We're talking about AI, automation, repurposing content that you can use to grow your business's bottom line, and get you some more money in your pocket. How about that? So move the algorithm with us and for us. So this is what you all came here for. Your profit producing task, the task that you do right now, should you choose to accept the mission, will garner and grace you with some cash in your business. Somebody say more revenue, more products, more product streams, more product options, more product offers. You're going to have buyers come to you, not just tire kickers, but buyers. So you want to implement an AI content strategy for 30 days. Now, if you're looking at me like you in that tone of voice, I'm going to straighten you out right now, because 30 days is a problem for you because you don't have the task, you don't have the tools. Now, if you're looking at all of these tools that are laid bare before you, it's overwhelming. And the reason why I put it this way is because it shouldn't be overwhelming, right? So here's the 3 steps, and then I'll go into it. One, you're going to generate 30 AI enhanced images. Then you're going to craft 30 AI generated marketing hooks. Then you're going to automate scheduling and your analytics so that you can track the data, because what's in the data? The dollars, the money, the guap, the means. Okay. So I have some resources that I have here before you. I say you can create with Dolly. I say you can create with Canva and AI. You can use Jasper AI. You can use Copy AI. You can use Hootsuite. You can use Buffer or your favorite CRMs. Okay. The problem is Ain't nobody have time to be looking here, going here, subscribing to this one, subscribing to that one, and then, oh yeah, by the way, you don't just subscribe this month, you're going to subscribe every month, and then we're going to lock up your business because if you don't pay every 30 days, then you're just going to stop. No, and you don't stop. That's the community and the era I come from. We don't stop. We keep going. When you go low, we go into the grave. There's no sting for us. Let's go. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to go in one place at one time and get all of this done in the span of about an hour and a half, right? Because guess what? It's easier when you know what to do. And even when you know what to do, you still want to have a support behind you so that you can take each step and say, okay, did I do this the proper way? Did I do this the right way? Do I move in this direction or that direction next? Going to show you that. But before we move along, your profit booster is you're going to optimize your AI generated hooks every single week. Remember, I said you're not just going to hit it and quit it. You have to continue to do it. This is a relationship. This ain't no jump off. This is a relationship. This is something that you have to pour into. This is a relationship. That means you have to talk to me every day. You hold my hand, we go together. Like this, this is the way that it works. So, next, what you're going to do, you're going to split test. That's what the A and B stands for. You're going to split test so that you can improve your click through rates, how many people click on your item, and then you're going to increase that upwards of 40%. You want to do this because when you find out what works, it's really simple. You keep doing what works. You keep improving on what's already bringing you the results that you want, right? So people become overwhelmed because they have too much product and they have very few or very little time, if you will, to figure out how to use each of those platforms, right? So let me back up and show you what this looks like, what that lesson is going to look like after you deploy it. It's either you winning or, so you get your numbers straight, it looks like a home decor brand that's using AI generated visuals to increase their social media engagement. They did that by 112%. These are crazy numbers because they're going over 100% as if it's not enough, right? So they do this within a span of 90 days. Their AI powered Instagram ads resulted in a conversion rate increase of 33%, leading to an additional $56,000 in sales. Now, I don't know about you, but what is your comfort level with getting 56,000 extra dollars? I'll wait. Mhm. I'll wait. So, if you want to see how we do this for entrepreneurs, whether they're service based or not, and creators, if you want to know how to increase your income, improve productivity, save you time, energy, and money, ergo, create a system, then you should have already clicked with that code already. Never mind me, never mind the pretty slides, never mind the images going in and out. You need to go and you need to get the tool, no S, the tool that you need to make this happen, to do your homework. Because guess what? If you don't do your homework, you're not going to receive that diploma. You're not going to receive that degree. So you need not only to have the right tools, but you need to know also what to do with those tools as well. So in the Zillionaires community, the AI and automation community, not only do we give you clarity, but we give you certainty. We give you certainty because once you make that first sale, now you can begin to scale. Now you can begin to start prophesying instead of predicting. Oh, don't play with me. We're giving you software, we're giving you speed, we're giving you the support that every business needs in order to survive, in order to move forward so that they can help as many as possible. And if you think that folks don't need your help, you haven't been watching the news with the right lens. You have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people out in LA right now who could use your help because they have nothing. Okay, you have people, they have gifts and talents, and they are so out of their minds at what they just lost that guess what, you're going to have to help them get back on their feet with what you already have, partnered with the right tools. You don't think anybody needs your help. You haven't been paying attention that there are people who are losing their jobs. They're on a seesaw, and the federal government, they're telling them to come, they're telling them to leave. They're firing them, they're not giving them access to the emails. Then they tell them to come back. How are you telling them to come back and they don't have access to the email? Who are you threatening? I don't work for you anymore. Who are you placing demands on me? Those people, they're traumatized. And the enemy thrives on trauma. Why don't you thrive on being their solution and walking them through a process that they themselves don't even know they need unless you position yourself as the solution? So I'm here letting you know, if you want these things, you can click right on through, and it's your opportunity to go ahead and get yours now. Excellence is not a skill, it's a choice. And if you decide to sit here and not make things happen, I'm here to let you know the only one who's responsible for your success is you. Not your provider, not your supervisor, not your manager, not the director. I don't care whether he's the king of England. Nobody has that kind of power. And if they do, you need to ask yourself why you gave it to them. In the words of that famous commercial, who in the hell left the gate open? Respectfully, Jesus. So, for those of you who are still on the fence, I want you to know the devil owns the fence. So you better hop off and understand. It's time for you to get very clear on what you need to do. These are the tools before you. This is the one tool, the one go to that you can create 30, 60, 90 days worth of content in the span of an hour, if that. Right? You don't want to go right in and invest in yourself. Then here's what you should do. Click through this code so you can get the exclusive first look as to our rollout, and you can do that right now. So I want to say thank you so much for following us this far. I think I did everything I was supposed to do. I started late, but guess what? For those of you who want to stick around for how you exactly you can create these 30 pieces of content, we can. But for those of you who have to leave, may the Lord watch between me and thee, because you're gonna be gone. So before you get on out of here, subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever it is that you need to do to make something happen for your business. I am so bent on your business becoming bankable, for your business becoming a bankable brand, and for you to start bringing in results and receipts, because you deserve it. You work hard, you love hard, you give hard, and it's your time. It's not just your time, it's your turn. So I want you to put what you've learned into action, and then we can get it started. Let's go. So while I get my little drinky drinks together, lemonade, Minute Maid, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you the tool. I'm going to take you inside the Zillionaires Academy right now. So, what was the assignment? First of all, let's go back to the assignment so we don't underscore. The only part I won't be sharing with you is automating your scheduling and your analytics, because I already gave you the Only Pult system already. It's very, very user friendly, and it's highly intuitive. So that's very easy to use. All you need to do is take the information that we generate, put that into a Word document or even an Excel spreadsheet, upload them with your images, and you're done. Okay, so let's go ahead and generate some images. I'm not going to do all of it for you, but I'm going to show you a process of how out of one document you can create everything, including your sales system, aka your funnel. So, what we're going to choose is a company most of us should know, and that is Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place, I believe, is a Black female owned business or enterprise. At least that's the way it started. I don't know whether they've sold or whatever, but they're all over there in retail spots, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason how they gained their fame to claim was what? Utilizing and leveraging what they had with social media. They knew how to market via social media. And more specifically, what they used were high visual individuals. They would send packages upon packages to celebrities, athletes, and the like. So, what is the goal there? The goal is, like I said, partnerships and collaborations will get you everywhere when it comes to selling your stuff. Kylie Jenner was able to do what she did because she leveraged her celebrity. Rihanna, the same thing. Now, the only difference between Rihanna and Kylie is that Rihanna's beauty line is more along the lines of like a Neutrogena, in that it helps the skin to heal. And pretty much, I believe Juvia's is part of that. So, giving you a whole dissertation on that, but just so you know where we're going. So, this is for someone who does not know who Juvia is, but all you know is that you've been hired to do a marketing campaign for them or build a sales funnel for them. So, what you would do is you would go into you would go into the Zillionaires platform, and you would go into the application because there are 32 of them and counting. You would go to SEO Optimize Intro if you knew nothing about them. And so when we plugged in their website, which is what you can do this with any business, whether they're on their own platform or a micro platform like a Facebook Meta or the others, you know what they are. So we put this in, it analyzed the website, and it came back with this. Juvia's Place offers a range of beauty products, including eyeshadow palettes, et cetera, and a cashmere sweater, right? And so, what it did for me without even me asking it so, just by plugging in the website, it created this for me. Now, if you work with SEO, this is a dream's dream because this would be your meta tag here or your short description of what your or that web page, the first part of their web page would show up on a Google, a search engine like a Google, a Bing, a Yahoo, etc. This is what is cataloged into the search engines if you include this on your website. And this is probably pulled from their website. Okay. So it also gave me these SEO tags as well. These tags you want to commit to memory. And I guess how you do that, you copy it or you copy it here. And then you put it onto a digital notebook so you can keep it. Right. So, why would we be doing this? Because we want to be able to talk about this effectively in any kind of arena. So we have our introduction here. I'm getting to it. Then we have, hold on a second, we have, of course, you're going to hang. You're going to go into our AI marketing plan. So when you go into the AI marketing plan, it's going to give you, I think, a 20-page report that is both a PDF and it is a document. And what that document will tell you is it'll give you your intro, which is what we looked at, your magic hooks, your scroll stopping images, which you're going to update. I'll show you how to do that now. And then you're going to get your FAQs, benefits, bonuses, and you're going to get something that I really like called the speed or page speed analysis. So I'm telling you all of this. All of this is important because guess what? You're never just doing one thing. So when it comes to your business, what you'll put your business here. You'll put your business name here, your business website, your business name, create the proposal for yourself and see, does it jive? See if there are places or holes in your website and just give it to the web designer and say, look, I need this meta tag to read this so that the search engines will know who we are, what we do, how we do it, et cetera, right? So I'm not going to go into that right now because this is hanging on me. So hopefully we can go into these magic hooks. They're magically delicious. Okay. How up can I free up for your time? Okay. So we're going to put Juvia's Place here. That's it. Okay. Do, 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 do. And I make sure that I always copy and paste because you can always make a mistake here. So you copy and paste. It's going to analyze the website. It's going to tell you exactly what the website description is. And again, you're going into the Magic Hooks application. This is what it's doing. And then you're going to set what the tone should be for your hooks. Now, I use fear based. I use urgent. Those are the two ones because people run away from fear, right, and towards pleasure. Now, what is the main fear that the customer may have that the product resolves, right? This is for something else. So I'm going to leave that blank for a moment. I just want to show you what this is doing. So while this is doing this, you're going to say right here, um, makeup that melts doesn't last all day. Um, and that's it. Cost effective. What does the customer have? Appropriate. I don't know. Inexpensive premium product. And matches my skin tone. Okay. If you're a woman of color, you know exactly what that means. Okay, so it's hanging, it's doing whatever it's doing. So I can still show you that this is what I plugged in for another project of mine. And on our project, what I love is that it gives you clickability, meaning how effective the hook is at attracting, what is it, your audience or clicks, likability, and availability. You always want to work in the 90s, but don't discredit this because you can still come down here and get some 90s, right? But here's the thing, do you see how many of these there are and so on before you even get to your other hooks, right? So this is how it generates. And then if you want to, let's say you're looking in here and you're like, you know what, I don't see what I expected. You can always go back and you can include what's missing in this box, and then it will create even more hooks for you. All right, so that did what it did for a couple of minutes and action. So, what we're going to do right now is just create more hooks. So, while that's doing what it's doing, usually it takes about a minute, if that, but we don't have time to be sitting here waiting. So, we went over here to SEO optimize intros, right? And I don't know if I told you this before, if it was this group or not. What you want to do, you always want to have a number of ways to introduce your product, your service, your offer. Because when you're speaking at a BNI meeting, that's completely different than speaking in front of a Tastmasters, right? So you want to be able to have several different ways that create um, you can create a tag or an intro about your business. And you can use this SEO optimized intro for that because a lot of introductions really happen before you even you meet in real life, right? So let's go for magic hooks. Don't miss it. Juvia's. Okay, so here's where you have your hooks. Here's where you have your hooks. And this looks to be about 20 or 25. So what I'm going to do again is, let's see, what's another problem that uh, 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 struggling financially, that didn't do it over here. Okay, range of products. Problems doesn't resolve. Um, we have that heals while beautifying skin. Oh, man, we know that's spelled wrong. Beautifying. Lord have mercy. What is wrong with my eyes? Beautifying skin, cost effective, premium products, mailed directly, quickly. Right? No, I don't want to go to the store. So we're going to put urgency here. Oh, daggone it. Okay. So do make sure that you copy and paste. So let me leave this blank for a minute. What is the deadline? Hold on. Fear based. Hold on. Let me see. The answer is always in the question, right? So, range of beauty products for my skin type. Excuse me, for skin type. Right. This is why workshops take so long. It is what it is, including eyeshadow palettes, foundation, lipstick, da 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 da. Okay. Customers can sign up for offers. What's the word? Exclusive offers. Right. Uh, deals and updates. There we go. Uh, and most importantly, heal skin. Heals. What did I say? Wow. Beautifying skin. Let's go. Let me copy this. I'm in trouble. All right. So it's going to create more hooks for me. So remember when you're using urgent undertone, you should have a date that's associated with that. So we're going to let that ride right there. And did I go to get this before? Hold on. So we have our 30 days. This is going to be our 30 days worth of content here. Okay. With our magic hooks right here. Now, while we're doing that, we're going to hop on over to hyper realistic images. So, what I did in preparing for this was I when you click on image idea and when you first come into hyperrealistic IA or AI images, you put into the box that pops up the name of the business that you're working on or the type of business that you're working on. When you do that, it gives you 20 ideas that you can work with, right? So you can start generating right away. So let's go ahead. A beauty brand known for lip service, a subtle, seductive smile showing. Okay, let's do this. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman or women of color, but because that's who their audience is, you would like to have it included. And some, not all. You have people of all races, all mixes that purchase, but remember to always include who your core audience is. All right, that is like so. Hold on. Beauty brand no, no, I can't see. Did I move it? Did it move? Stunning transformation, close up on an African American face with bold, colorful makeup showing a before and after. Oh, yes, and this will correct you. You better capitalize. Put some respect. Okay, so then we go back to our magic hooks and you will see. All right. Embrace healing beauty with Julia Specials. Skip average products. Don't just make up beautiful. Beautiful. So these are the hooks that you are going to plug into or into your notes, and then you're going to start posting them. Of course, you're going to tweak them because you shouldn't just ever put from any AI platform directly. You want to go in and give it the personality and the voice that you need or you want. Okay. So let's go back to our image. Beautiful. Look at this. And this is typically the kinds of images that they use, right? So we like this one. We're going to use it again. So that's a before and after. Okay. So let's bounce on over to your benefit stack. So why are you going to use a benefit stack? Because you want to, let me see if I refresh this. Could this go into my Juvia? You always want to be able to use the information and reuse it. Okay. So what happens is when you're working on something, when you refresh your benefits stack or whatever your app that you're working on is going to pick up that you've been working on this. So you see when I refreshed, you see that the business description popped up without me having to, start from scratch, right? So we did this already. Do I want to do this? Yes. So you want to create more benefits. So in addition to what we already had, okay, yeah, drop it. Okay, this is another offer. So in addition to what we created all the way over on the SEO optimized intros and the magic hooks, you also have the top benefits as well. So you always want to hone in on the benefits that your offers need and want because that's how you sell it. And all of this is involved or is excuse me, most of the top, what is it, 10 or 12 of these is going to be in your marketing proposal. But the beauty of this is because marketing is ongoing, I told you that earlier, you can go back in here and make hundreds, if not thousands, of these at a time. Nothing for nothing. You can create these for other businesses and charge them a premium. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Right. So we made two of these. So you see how I'm going back and forth with this, right? So you can do the same thing and you can generate. Let me show you other images as well. You can create images like this, like these. All right. Sorry for the cleavage. It is what it is. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Even to these. These are the kind of images that they're high resolution. Let me blow it up for you so you can see. Look at this. Like this is insane. It's absolutely insane, astonishing, and beautiful. And these are the images that you can reproduce. You can post up images like this all across your social platforms. You can turn them into animated films, animated images, tell a dope story, and guess what? You'll see it. You will see it. You will see the change. So let's go in here and mix some more. Beauty brand known for bio, lip service, quite well. Then we did that before. Let's go down. Radiant. I'm gonna say Hispanic, Hispanic model. Put some respect on your name. Okay. Holding a highlighter. Okay, and then we're going to change this size. Okay, the dimensions. So go on in here. And I'm going to just go back and show you how quick this is. So when we go here, you'll see there are more of these. You want to create another intro. I'm going into this vault. I don't know why this does this to me. This is for Julia. And I'm going to open this as a Word document. I will download this. All right. So you see how that looks? Vibrant, beautiful, less than a second. Okay, less than a minute, right? So you keep just churning these out over and over. So what I would do is I would get a VA or an admin, and I would have them working on this part of the faction. And then there's another piece of this where you can go into it's called precision model, where if you, let's say, have a model that I'm calling it a franchise model. If you have a model that you prefer, you can use her image or his image over and over, and you can teach your AI how to pose them, how to position them in different scenarios, right? Also, you see how this young woman is holding a product. You can also train your AI precision tool or model to learn how to pose your products as well, from the side, from the front, from the bottom, from the, the different angles, what they look like close up. It's a wonderful platform that you can use. So I just showed you different ways that you can go in, and we'll create another one, that you can go in and you can create all of these wonderful things. So where did I go to my vault? Did I download it? I didn't see it download. We'll do it again. All right. So let's see. It would be wonderful if this could open. All right. Marketing proposal. I think I didn't wait for it. That's what it was. All right, then you want to go in. You want to open this up. Oh my lord, what happened? That's a beautiful palette. That's a beautiful palette. You better stop playing games with me and open up in Word. What's happening, y'all? Okay, I guess while Word is getting itself together. There it is. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my God. Yeah, everything in black over here. We ain't playing games. Look at that color palette. Yo, that's crazy. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, here's an opportunity, people. So, with what I just taught you, you need to gnarl on this like a bone with marrow. They have a 29% performance rate on their mobile website, which is crazy because of the audience that they have. Most of them utilize this platform on their mobile phones. Excuse me. 57. That's not good, right? Here they have a 32. Here they have a 56. So, how would you position yourself? Well, you can create a presentation. I already showed you how to do it. You don't know, go back in the archives over on YouTube /ECM groups and look up where I showed you how to do this. I'll put you in the show notes. But this is how the report would read when you approach them. SEO optimization, you give them their tags, their long term or long tailed tags, keywords, if you will. This helps them when they want to run ads on going towards their website with everything that's going on and all these boycotts. They would be interested in learning how you can get them even more money, right? More sales directly to them. Then here are your FAQs. It's only a couple of them on one page, but you can generate even more of them on Bazillionaire's platform. Then your marketing hooks. This is just a sample of what they can get, right? Then your scroll stopping ads. Look at this. This is amazing. I wouldn't use this per se, but what I would do is I would reverse engineer this, throw this into a platform that will give you this description, then put it into the AI high, what is it? Lord have mercy. The AI hyper realistic platform. Oh, this is pretty. Look at her skin. Look at her skin. Like, we're not playing games with this platform. Hold on. So we're gonna do this again. And then we'll go back to our report. And so you reverse engineer this, put this into the platform, and you make it look a little bit more realistic, right? This would work great as an ad. This image right here would go crazy as an ad on the Facebook Meta. This is beautiful as well. I like how This is speaking to a specific culture. You want to get down and dirty into this. When you're marketing, everything is racist in marketing. Everything. Because guess what? We collectively, a lot of the stuff that's said is not false. Every truth ought not be told. But at the same time, understand there are certain cultures where at one point they could not wear makeup. Now they can. This is speaking to that. And it's amazing. It's beautifully illustrated here. You want to use something like this if that's the way that your business would do things. Then here's your benefit stack, right? Beauty and enhancement, personal expression, inclusive options, convenience, confidence boost. That's what every woman wants when it comes to her makeup. Now, this is the holy grail right here, because one of the things that I learned early on when it comes to marketing and cold calling, if you will, is when you approach a business, you want to ask them, what can you afford to donate or to give away? There's several people who do this. But there's one guy in particular who walk into a restaurant and he'll say, how much are these? And they tell him, and he goes back and he says, okay, I'm going to need 100 of these. And they look at him like, are you crazy? And he's like, no. And they're like, well, what do you need it for? Well, I'm going to give it to the homeless. Oh, well, guess what? Not only we're going to give you 100, we're going to throw in, we'll match you and we'll give you another 100. So the moral of the story is you want to go to clients and customers, perspectives, if you will, and ask them what can they afford to give away in the sense that they will not discount themselves out of business, right? You want to get them into the mode of thinking that everything I give is what I'm going to get multiplied without that being their goal, right? Everyone who understands that process knows that by nature, by the laws of science, that's just the way it works. So sometimes, a lot of times, businesses don't even do it because it takes them too long to sit back and think about how they're going to come up with ideas to do that. Here are what you give them. Here's what you give them. So, in summary, this is what it is that they need to get handled immediately, if sooner. And then you're going to give them the exact steps that they need to grow their business. And you're going to give them price points of something that they need to take care of right away, all the way into looking into the future product projects that don't have a price point on it. This shows them that, look, we can get started moving right now. There are additional steps that are going to be have to be taken in order to undergird what the most high priority option is. And then you're letting them know you're not a fly by night operation. You're not in for 5 seconds just for the loot, which is nice, but it's not everything. But you want to help them grow, and you want to help them for at least the next year and a half or so in terms of growing their business and keeping their business afloat until it's time for the next person or agency to come in. And then you shut this off. And like I said, you put this in a Word document so that you can go in, you can edit it in your own voice. You can throw it into a chat GPT. If you have the paid version, it already knows your cadence, your tone, your approach. It knows your disc assessment numbers, and it knows how to operate the way you would operate. So there I've given you everything. And out of this marketing proposal is where you're going to spawn the creative. You're going to spawn out the messaging, the images, how it feels, how it sounds audibly to the audience. You have to go into this knowing that your client, if you will, is not your client, but their client is. So as you can see, we already have what, 5 images here, but that's because I've been talking my jibs off, right? So notice that we didn't have any more um, women of color. Guess what? You go back and you can copy the prompt. Let's say it again. It'll say copied. And then what you do is you can plug it back in right? And it's going to give you another addition. So your prompts never get missing. And then as you get better with your prompts and generating what you want them to be, you can start selling your prompts as well. Or you can start selling a book of prompts if you want to. I have a book of prompts on our coffee shop. So when you go over there to just to say hello or just to peruse how you can build out your digital product, guess what? You're going to see, just how simple it can be. Nobody's looking for a 900 page. Ain't nobody looking for a 900-page ebook. Don't overcomplicate it. And this is the platform that you can use to get where you are. And I think this has to do with my system because I don't think it's hung like this since I've been here. All right. So your benefit stacks still here. Right? And this is what you would add to. Let's go back here. This is what you would add to. Let me see if I could put benefit stacks. If I could spell benefit. Okay. So this, you notice there are only 4 or 5 here, right? Is it 5? It's only 4 or 5 here. But that's not what's over here. That's the beauty of having this platform so that when you go to your meeting, when you do your face to face or even on a Zoom, listen, they can look right through this and they can say, oh my God, like, how did they do all this work? Very, very easily. They were on the right platform and they knew what the devil they were doing, right? So you're going to create even more benefits. So, for those of you who are watching this, if you want to be so bold after you've put together your 30 days worth of stuff, here's what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to sell this to Jubia. Okay? So here's how this goes. You have a whole suite here of all of these applications that you can use right now, right? So from images to images for your ads, logo makers, AI videos, motion makers. It's a slight difference in that, but it's amazing. You have image editors, proposals, your CRMs where you can manage out and meet out what you're putting into your audience. You have your vault here of all of the things that you've been working with, FAQs, crushing objections, benefits. There's so many, there's no excuses here. If I were to sell this to you in 5 seconds, these are the apps that give you no excuses to get the homework done that I told you to do, right? Absolutely none. So when we go into this, you see your home screen again. When you go into this, you see all of these animations that are here for you. 1 second. All right. So it's not a problem for you to go over. It's my internet, y'all. All right. So if you heard a little, if you heard people yelling and screaming, oh, my family just came by, that's the way we say hi. It sounds like we're fighting, but we're not. Mind your business. So there you go. So you have another one. And even though it looks like the other one, they're completely different. And that's what I love about these images is that they're completely different, they're completely unique, and you can take ownership on them. Do what you do in terms of editing. If you want to do that, you don't necessarily need to. So I've already showed you what's the homework, so y'all won't say that I didn't show you. I showed you how to generate 30 images on what platform? One platform, that's Zillionaires. I showed you how to craft 30 AI generated marketing hooks. Where? On one platform, not here, there, and everywhere. I showed you how to create captions and ads and emails. How did I show you that? Because guess what? Guess what? You're going to pull all of that information from where? It's going to come from right here. Everything's going to come from here. So I have a few more seconds. I didn't want this to be too long, but let me go into the EI app, the the EIO app. Let me go into home. Let's go into, I think there's email marketing. Hold on one second. I don't use this because I've been writing emails forever in a day. All right. So they already have this. I want to make sure this is right. We don't want, let's just say, for example, we're doing our abandoned cart. So you're going to create your email right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We love each other, I promise. All right. So we're kind of loud, so that means I gotta go. But here we go. So look, it gives you an entire sequence. Okay? You don't have to overcomplicate this. You don't have to pull out your wigs and your weaves. Don't write me no letters. I've had both. What's the problem? So, what you do, don't miss out on Juvia's Place experience. Dear creative soul, hello visionary, dear innovator, dear trailblazer. Come on, y'all. So this is what it's all about. If you want to create even more emails, you can do that as well. So I also showed you, because I know how y'all are, how to create your emails and your captions. You're going to pull your captions out of what we just gave you, and you're going to use this for ads. Now, here is where you guys are going to drive what I give you. If you want me to show you how to create ads and even more email sequences from this, I want you to put it in the comments. I want you to put it in the chat. I'm not doing more than what I've told to do. Oh, I used to hate when people said that at work. That's not my job. Well, you know what? Do you want to have one by tomorrow? So I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time with me to learn how to work with zillionaires. Before I get out of here, let me give you this link. So if you still want to look and see for yourself what are the things that we've rolled out, go ahead and click through here. That's where you get our exclusive first look at the goings on in the business. Then if you're ready to start investing in yourself so that you can invest in other businesses, I'm telling you right now, if any of you wanted to approach Juvia's Place or anyone else, any other businesses, there's hundreds of businesses that are on social media right now that do not know, or they're overwhelmed with their marketing. Slide in the DM, slide in their comments, just contact them and say, listen, I'm on this platform and I can get you your email sequences for you. I can knock it out for you. I can do your images for you. All you need to do is just give me certainty. Now, if you're creative and as crazy as I am, I would go into the platform. I would go into the AI marketing proposal platform. I would take the email, or excuse me, the website address of said business, plug it in just the way that I showed you. And from that proposal, I would create a slide deck. I would create a movie walking through that slide deck and walking it. Honey, go back to the previous ad. I'm telling you right now, there are people out there who need help and they don't know how to ask for it. But if you see a business that's on the struggle bus, you're the reason why you're seeing that, because you're the solution. So I will see you later on. And after you've done all the work, because you have no excuses. Now you definitely have no excuses because I walked you through it. You have no excuses because I showed you how to do it in 30 minutes or less. I know it's been more than 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes, because I've been on here for an hour and a half. Is it an hour and a half? It is what it is. So I will talk to you later on. You better create clarity and certainty for yourself, investing yourself after you've done all the work, after you've done all you can. Stand with the receipts and the results after you meet me at the switch. Let's get it. Is disco. Ow. Silly.